say. And so from Team Intshui, we're gonna have Alvi15, our one and only Asia server player, versus probably one of the hardest hitters on Team Washable, which is gonna be Suck, aka Skylar. And yeah, let's get started.
All right, here we go. Here we go. The rank 1 legend player versus the unranked Asia god himself. What do we see for pre-bans? What do you think?
I think we're gonna see a Fallen Cecilia or like one of those Fallen Cecilia Ruel kind of bans. I don't think either player cleaves though.
So you don't think we're gonna see anything like an MLT or like an Athletic or anything? I guess FCC is probably the best ban for almost everyone.
Yeah, FCC is like a normal ban. Yeah, sorry, I lowered his volume. I don't know. I normally have Tyler at 200%. So yeah.
Bonk. Am I too loud? I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
Well, there it is. There is the Athletica ban.
We see the Fallen Cecilia, but we see the Athletica ban probably because Skylar doesn't know what Alvi really plays, considering Asia server. You probably won't see him as often.
Interesting to see. So we see the first pick Clary. So wants the control, wants the potential to protect himself. Into the immediate pick RV. What does he follow with? What do you think? Knight. Soul Weaver.
Yeah.
Takes the Ruel.
At least
there's no FCC to go with it, so might as well.
One thing I do see that that is true is that Falcon and Cleary has been picked almost like in the first 3 picks every single day. Like every single match, I mean.
Really? Have we seen a lot of different like build styles? Like are we seeing slower ones, faster ones, damage ones, or is it all just like all fast?
All of them have been fast. Funny enough, there is one thing that was surprising yesterday was that we did see a Falcon and Cleary that I think is very fast. That was possibly 280 speed. But
that's kind of wild.
Yeah,
kinda wild.
It was.
So Skylar goes for like the standard draft here. Takes the Alencia with the DN. Wants to deny the soul gain. Also give himself some defense buff and some damage potential. And there's the Knight pick. The A-Ross to come in. Pairing with the RV. I wonder if he's going to pick a second damage dealer here, or if he's going to go for another support. Crow's pretty good. Takes the Crow. Wants to deny the opportunity of the DN Crow on the other side. Has a good way to kill the Alencia too if the RV gets banned.
Alvi's team is really starting to bunker up. Like he's playing like such a defensive comp now.
But he's really susceptible, to that. He's really susceptible to the Spec T pick, and then the ML Charlotte's a good pick up here too. So Skylar has a lot of like offensive capability. It's basically a 4-span Spec T. I don't think there's anything that Alvi could pick that would deter the
not to mention
having to actually ban the Spec T.
Even if he picks the AOE, Skylar would probably just ban it right away, right?
Even if he takes the SSB, it doesn't matter. SSB won't chip damage enough, and that's why he picked the ML Charlotte to go along with it. Because if he picks an SSB and he leaves it up, the ML Charlotte will get a lot of turn gain from it and just be able to nuke through it twice. So I think the ban here is A-Ross or RV. Maybe the Crow.
I wonder.
And then,
I feel like Alvi has to ban the Spec T.
Oh, he has to. There's no chance. There's no chance, right? I mean, okay, so he could try the 500 IQ play, leave up the Spec T, assuming that Skylar is going to leave up the SSB, but I don't think it's worth it because you have, like, he has so many good options into the SSB. He's got the Clary for the defense break and the strip. He's got the Alencia and he's got the LQC along with the healing.
The Rylet Falconer Clary combo got banned.
That is crazy. So maybe Alvi has a pocket pick strat here where his SSB outputs so much damage that he early kills the Spec T, but I don't think he has enough even with all of it, right?
Because Skylar has anti-crit, defense buff, all that stuff here. And the Alencia is it's actually pretty fast. The Alencia goes right after the Raz, so he can get all his buffs up before anyone else on Alvi's team gets a turn. Except for E-Raz.
Yeah, but it cuts in between because the Crow moves before the LQC as well, so the defense buff comes back again. There is an opening where the Spec T does get the stun potential, but it's not going to be able to work on the...
I don't think that...
Well, LQC's going to move here? No crit.
I feel like Alvi should have saved the Raz skill 3, so that way like his defense buff won't get stripped, and he can defense buff with Crow afterwards. But I guess not...
Oh.
Okay, well.
So I'm guessing high resist Crow. I think it's a high resist Crow. Or he, I mean, it's possible he got lucky with the 15%, but I think the Crow is pretty lucky here.
That SSB doesn't seem that tanky. It's
No, I think it's very damage focused. There's also the Hillig Lance there on the A-Ross. I don't know if you saw that.
yeah.
So fast A-Ross with the Hillig Lance. He wants to use it to turn rotate. Have a potential to kill fast.
He gets the horse here actually, which I wonder if this has enough potential to kill the LQC.
I think it can. I would go for it here.
And goes for the LQC here. This is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah.
Oh, just barely killed it too. Just barely killed it.
This is actually looking kind of scary for Skylar now.
He had a really good lead there, but with the A-Ross skill 3 going in, it was just enough chip damage. So it actually was the right play for him to use it right away. He managed to get into the just barely the right range. Also note that he didn't crit with the A-Ross, so we can't even say like he got a lucky crit, for example. Yeah. So it just didn't happen.
And I actually take it back. That SSB has 18k HP, so she's not that squishy. Skylar just does a lot of damage.
So I think the win condition here is if I don't think this is gonna happen, but if he hits a defense break on the Ruel, I think he can win. But I think it's the only way. Well, he's just gonna go straight for the SSB. He wants to kill the SSB. I don't think he's gonna get through it though. Even with this, yeah, it's not enough.
Ooh, that's a defense break on the Spectre.
Well, we're also a skill 3, so he had to have killed the.
Yeah.
He had to kill SSB and Ruel in the same turn. Okay, if he kills the A-Ross here, but the 5 stacks, right? 5 stacks come up on SSB. So can he even?
So the scary part here is when the DN has no heals.
She's 1 turn off. 18.5k SSB. Holy Lord.
So she's missing. SSB doesn't have stacks yet, so he possibly can actually
3 stacks. Depends if DN dies here. Defense break? No defense break. Resist.
I think he might have a chance to. Oh, actually, never mind. Because of that dual attack, SSB has stacks now, and that means without the buffs up, Spectre might die here on the counter from SSB.
It's really, really close. She's dead, yeah. The crit.
And DN's gonna die here too. I don't think there's a way for Skylar to come back actually from. Holy!
It's over now. It's over now. He needed 1 more turn before the SSB to win that. I don't think this Alencia will kill the Ruel.
What if the Alencia somehow solos? Oh, never mind. Oh, how much HP?
It's possible, but it's very unlikely. I think it's very unlikely.
He's gonna get defense buff here too.
Defense buff and a heal. Depends what his Alencia is on. Is it on Sacred Scythe?
I actually didn't notice that.
It's not on Sacred Scythe.
Skill 3.
No, it would have popped up, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. When the HP dropped, yeah.
I think it's Draco Plate. I didn't see at the beginning of the match what it was. All right, how much damage do you have? 3. You have 2 turns, 1 turn.
He is heal up though, which means
he needs to hit.
He needs Mind's Eye every turn. Okay, so he's getting the Mind's Eye. He might as well Soul Bear and hope for the best. Yeah.
Is it even worth hitting the? I guess you have to hit the roll twice. I was gonna say, is it worth hitting the roll with a defense buff, but you have to do the chip damage because of the Hillig Lance is why I was wondering.
If Ruel didn't have defense buff, I think there's a higher possibility of him getting the kill there. But with the defense buff, Ruel is taking way too little damage here. I don't see Skylar coming back from this.
He rotates ahead. If he kills the, I don't think it's gonna happen though. The heal's too strong.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get enough damage off this. And even if he does kill,
he's also lost too much HP.
Yeah. Even if he kills the Ruel here, the Ruel's the Raz is gonna end up killing the Alencia. Oh, that was a little surprising.
I think if his LQC was either a little bit faster, or if his A-Ross had crit the LQC, then he would have moved ahead. But just being a little bit short there was pretty rough. There was also a resistance. I don't know if you guys saw, but the 15% resist from the SSB made a little bit of a significant change there.
Damn. First round. Going to Alvi from Asia instead. So
And these are best of ones, right?
yeah. Each person goes once. Full team game, so that was actually a little shocking. Alvi taking the round from Skylar there was not something I expected, to be honest. All right. Game 2.
So as we can see, standard drafting still works. Confirmed. A whole season later, still good.
From
Crow
Team
SSB Ruel.
Intshui, we're going to have Kaiseric. Team Washable, we're going to have Minty 3K. RNG didn't go too well for Minty yesterday when he pulled up the Broman. His Broman did absolutely... Oh, wait, was it him? No, sorry, that was Rylot. His Rylot did absolutely nothing and just died. So we'll see what happens in this match.
No dodge. Guess I'll die.
Minty's been training for this moment. His RNG is polished and very true. He bought packs right before this game. And if anyone in chat wants to see the bracket with how the brackets are today, go ahead and !bracket and you can see what's going on there.
The long pre-bans. What do we see?
Wait, he banned Broman. Okay.
Respecting the Broman. Maybe he just doesn't have anything built to deal with it. It's a possibility as well. Broman is frustrating though. Right now, Broman is like really, really strong. The can't be pushback mechanic is really cool.
The one thing about Broman that we saw yesterday was that if he can't land a silence, then he pretty much ends up costing you the game, I feel like.
Broman's like really high risk, high reward. He's a great unit and has a lot of strength. But if you miss the like small window, then you kind of just get bent over.
Wait, what?
He just sits there and does nothing. If he's not like hitting things regularly, he doesn't do a lot. And then I find when you run him on counter set, like again, it's like super RNG. Either he dies really fast because he's slow or slower, or you're outputting a ton and you're just like steamrolling your enemy. But there it is again, the first pick Clury. Minty responds with the A Vildred. What do you even pick into a first pick Clury nowadays? Like,
I feel like
first just pick supports.
Lilius is a really strong pick, I think, going into Clury. Either it forces the Clury to skill through the Lilius, or if you go right out, or you can cleanse the defense. Mui, okay, that's an interesting pick from Minty there. Also, at this point,
Minty opting for Bruiser.
We see the Ruel pre-ban, so that means the only other strong meta healer right now is DN. So I wonder who's gonna pick up the DN here. But
there it is, RV Clury combo again. We see them.
Is Minty gonna wait?
Whoa, okay, this is interesting.
These are a bit more interesting of a draft there. So there's Mui coming out from Minty, but then there's Flitica coming out from Kaiseric. So
I feel like both players want to cleave each other, but there's no FCC on the table to stop it. It's like they're playing chicken. They're trying to decide who's gonna back out of the cleave first, right? Minty opens up with the Mui because he wants the cleave potential with the RB, and then Kaiseric responds by taking RV, and then the
Rose
and the Athletica. So Minty doesn't want to back down. Minty wants to play it safe. He wants the Rose cleave. What does he take with the Rose? Second damage dealer, second AoE, speed imprint here possibly.
Dealer, I think at this point.
Do you think he's gonna take a speed imprint damage dealer or just a standard?
I'm not sure if he. Right now,
Oh my god.
It goes for C-Dom. Single target nuke was.
He triples down on his cleave setup and says,
Minty's
"I will
like
not back
committed.
down."
Like he cannot back out now. But
yeah.
The one thing is, I'm surprised. Yeah, still no Fallen Cecilia. It's just both guys are going in full in on the cleave.
It's actually not that bad though. I don't think Minty's as afraid of an FCC as we think he is. I think he's feeling it because the last so even if Kaiseric picks up the FCC here, Minty could just take something like a Bassar, right, and then just rotate around it.
Ooh, is that Kaiseric? Okay, so Kaiseric is still is opting to go a little bit more defensive, unless that's a Bruiser Lilius.
So last pick is SSB.
Okay.
I was gonna say it's SSB or Elena. He either goes like really defensive and picks something that kind of tries to stop the cleave, but then he's slightly afraid of the Mui, or he picks something that's offensive. So it takes the SSB, the safe bruiser. What's Minty's pickup? Last pick, Minty. He's got 2 attack buffers. He's got the CR push. Yeah, I think it needs to be FCC or something fast, right?
Briar Witch is okay.
Whoa. So has the counter set up for the RV there. Interesting. The Briar Witch could actually work really well here. I think the Seedon might be the ban.
I think Kaiseric, like, at this point knows he's gonna get out of speds, so he has to take up some of the damage, I think, at this point. Like, unless one of these units is really fast on Kaiseric's side. Takes out the RB, okay.
So the RB. Okay, so he doesn't want the revive damage, doesn't really have a consistent way to deal with it.
A little bit scary for Kaiseric here, because most likely Minty's taking first turn. Unless Kaiseric's running like a super fast Falconer Clury.
So I think that Kaiseric bans the RB because he believes that the SSB is not getting banned, and his SSB can kill the Seedon before she gets a really strong turn out there. Right, double AoEs with the Rose. Is it going to be enough? Oath Key Mui. No Oath Key on the Briar Witch though. He's not super afraid.
1% off from Rose, Falconer Clury, and Mui.
Jesus.
That's really tight.
Interesting to see. The Mui is not fully skilled either. It's just enough for the harmful effects. And the SSB is not skilled on skill 1 either. So if we see her 1 HP off kill, then we know why. Oh, hits the stun on the RV too.
Oh no. That stun on the Ryla is huge.
That was a pretty good stun. Briar Witch is going to move. Seedom's going to move here too.
So I think this really depends on how much damage. That dual attack is even.
Dual attack. It was almost enough to take it out before the defense break come back, but no defense break.
I think one thing was SSB was dead either way though. I think that's one thing for sure.
This is a pretty solid cleave here. It does make me wonder if Minty speed RNG'd the Falconer Clury. However, I think that the real challenge here was Minty all in on the fact that one of his 2 units was going to hit this RV, and he managed to do it. But we do have to keep in mind that even if he missed the RV, I'm pretty sure he still would have moved forward, just because
this is 19k
he did have the
HP Lilius
Seedon
though.
to push the team.
I'm actually. Ooh!
Well, that's a big damage. I don't think it's enough though.
So the one thing is, Lilius still gets to go here.
Yeah, he pushed the Mui forward to try to kill because there's no evasion, right? The evasion is 10% for the Violet's Talisman, but it doesn't matter because the Mui has Oath Key, so he actually guarantees to hit the Rylet here. So is he gonna skill 3 or skill 1 the Rylet? Oh, he's Soulburn, still 1. Yeah. Hits the Sans, doesn't kill though, just short. Might actually lose this to the Lilius.
Oh, this
might actually lose this to Lilius.
The Bruiser Lilius is gonna do a lot of damage here.
That heal though, the heal is so good. And the RB is gonna get a skill 3 off. Oh, he's gonna get he's silenced though. Whoa.
But he gets the evasion.
That silence is pretty lucky. Random debuffs. I think it's over.
I think it's over. Yeah. Lost. Oh my, the Bruiser Lilius.
I think it's too difficult for Minty to actually kill the Flurry. Flurry rotates really fast and also has heals.
And the Rose doesn't do any damage here, unfortunately. While both Lilius and Falconer Clury are going to do a lot of damage, especially with the dual attack here.
Yeah. That was close. That was a really, really close match. Super close. Even if the Lilius wasn't there, I think the Flurry still wins it out. The CR gain plus the healing is just too much.
I think Flurry would definitely solo the Rose.
2.1k healing per turn, and then the Rose, if it misses, it doesn't overcap the damage. If it crits, it hits for like 3k. So yeah, 450 is not even close to enough.
I think the big thing was Minty needed a stun on more than just Rylet at that point. Oof. Kaiseric.
Yeah, the stun on if he hit the stun on the Flurry, it also would have been really good there.
Yo, wait a minute. This is scary. That's two. That's two for Team Intshui. So this is 2-0. This is match point already. Yo, what's
This
up,
might be the
Creator
3-0,
Society?
guys.
We've never seen a 3-0 yet. Yesterday, we never saw 3-0. All the matches were pretty close. The most we saw was 3-1. But,
All right, I'm ready for the reverse sweep.
I'm
ready.
This is going to be interesting. So, from Team Intshui, we have Rapchez coming up. And from Team Washable, we have the Wash Man himself. We have Washable Platypi coming up himself.
We have Table Coon.
Yeah, Table Coon. Yeah, he has to bring out the best of the best here. Because the pressure's on him here.
Can he do it, though? Can he start the reverse sweep here against Rapchez, guys? Do you believe? Or will he fall? Will it be the 3-0? First 3-0 of the tournament? I think it'll be a reverse sweep. I believe. I have faith.
I'm a little scared because, you know, looks like Rapchez might have grinded a bit. You know, has that legend now. Because yesterday, yeah, he let his team down. Today might be his redemption arc, though.
So the first pick FCC comes through. Platypi putting it down on the table, doesn't want to dick around at all. He knows 100% he needs to win this. Playing serious. We're not cutting any corners here. Ruel Flurry comes out early. We're seeing a lot of similar picks here. A lot of Ruel, a lot of FCC, or a lot of F Flurry. Gonna see a lot of DN, RB, RV.
These are all.
What do you think? What do you think is the best ban currently? Just as an objective best ban.
Like with what they currently have?
With like pre-bans. What do you think is objectively
pre-bans.
the best pre-ban right now?
I feel like something like either banning out a Soul Weaver like the Ruel DN or like a Fallen Cecilia Falconer Clury. Like I feel like those are like the more stronger like pre-bans.
Oh my god, are we gonna see this?
Wait, what?
Is this happening?
No way.
Is this a Celine pick?
No way.
Celine is my waifu. Is this the Celine pick? No way. There's no way the Celine comes through into this.
He's hovering pretty hard.
He's hovering really hard, but it doesn't make sense. Celine into FCC, DN, and Alencia just doesn't make sense.
The only thing it would be for is for the DN. Did he let go? Okay, goes for Sermia.
Oh, takes the Bruiser Sermia to go in with the A-Ross.
We know Kyojin really likes using Sermia. So this will be interesting.
Impressive.
Whoa, that
So
was
the
really
classic.
fast
Ooh.
picks.
Oh, he knew. He's like, no AoEs?
That
Better
Spectre,
pick.
Spectre is a really good pick from Washable.
Oh, man.
Rapchez is forced to ban the Spectre, and Sermia can't deal as well with SSB since elemental disadvantage. And if Washable bans out Vivian, then he has no AoE for Spectre.
What do you think he bans here?
Oh! I feel like Kyojin has to ban the Spectre.
Right?
Unless
If
he
not the
has some
Spectre, then he's trying some crazy DN strat. Ban the DN, no healer?
bans
No,
the
plays
Spectre.
it safe.
I'm a little surprised about the... Okay, I guess Washable expected the Spectre ban, so he banned out the Falcon and Cleary instead. But, now I'm curious, how much damage Rapchez is gonna dish out here with the Vivian Sermia?
Is the Alencia built slower, specifically to strip? It is. It is built slower.
Yes, this Alencia goes really slow.
But
Behind.
DN, just the perfect timing there. The DN actually cuts in between the Sermia and the Vivian. So it's just enough spacing to put the anti-crit up. This looks like research.
That's a pretty fast Sermia, though. Not gonna lie. Considering the fact
I feel like Platypi knew the speed, so he built his DN in the speed range. There's no way you just like luck sack the 1% after in between. That has to be like a I spent time looking into this ahead of time kind of strat.
Do you think Kyojin's gonna risk it for this? Oh,
Portrait.
crit. Oh no.
She's dead.
Wait, Alencia might be dead here.
She's
even
dead.
through a miss crit.
She's very dead. Very dead.
Oh no.
My. goodness. Okay, well, not looking so good for Team Platypi. That was sus.
I don't know how Washable is gonna come back from this. This is really scary for him.
I don't think he has a single way to kill this Ruel.
Yeah,
I don't think he has enough damage to kill the Ruel. Because even if he has like a damage, like a crit damage focus FCC, it's not fast enough to rotate through and kill the Ruel.
The worst part here is Rapchez's Sermia can go again. Oh wait, no, he's not. Wait, his Sermia is not running the...
No, I think he's running the skill 1 extra hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just checked the skills. Yeah, I didn't see the reset there.
Where is he on? Let's see.
Let me double
Take
check.
a look.
Can I see?
He's on the skill 2, so it's a barrier.
Oh yeah.
Not skill 1, not skill 3. Barrier makes sense then. He has self-protection for it. Since he's not running FCC or anything. Bum, bum. Do we have any belief that Platypi can win this?
The SSB is dishing out a decent amount of damage, but that's his only damage, and that's all Rapchez needs to do. He focuses down the SSB. If he can kill the SSB, he... Oh god, that crit too.
Ruel still has skill 3 though. I feel like maybe he should save his he should be saving his souls for the Ruel skill 1, I think. I don't think he should have used the soul burn on his Vivian. I think that was a waste. He might actually lose momentum here because of that. So the Dian's gonna rotate back, right? So Dian's rotating heal soon, so she's 1 turn off. If he can't pop and kill the SSB before that, then I think that might have been considered a throw to burn the Vivian. Because Vivian,
yeah, I feel like the Vivian... Oof. SSB is starting to dish out a lot of damage here.
SSB on Frenzy with attack buff is really scary.
So Sermia comes back. I'm guessing Rapchez is going to try to rotate Sermia as soon as possible.
I actually wouldn't bother with the Sermia. You don't need to bring the Sermia back. Bringing the Sermia back is a detriment because what happens is you bring your Sermia back, and if she misses crit or she just misses, you won't kill the.
That's true.
You won't kill the SSB, and then you just throw. With the
elemental disadvantage, not as good.
He doesn't want the extra turns as well. So what he's looking for is he wants to bring back the. He wants to use the dual attacks from A Ross to bring in the Vivian instead, so Vivian can turn rotate.
With the combat readiness, yeah.
He could have brought the Sermia back to try to kill the FCC, but the problem is his skill 3 was still 2 turns off, and his skill 1 was still 1 turn off. So he wasn't quite there yet. He was 1 turn away, and I don't think Rapchez wanted to go for the risk on it and try to survive that 1 extra turn. 8.3k at Aros, it goes down.
This SSB does a lot of damage, and as the game keeps going, this SSB is doing more and more.
Yeah, everything was kind of looking in Rapchez's favor, but I think the one Soulburn play on the Vivian might have been just a little bit too overzealous, thinking that he could get through the SSB right away.
The one thing is, Vivian does have skill 3 again, so she's gonna get the immunity. Won't be afraid of being defense broken or whatnot, unless... Oh, never mind.
No, provoke.
Provoke.
We're not really afraid of the immunity either. The SSB has so much damage with the attack buff, the drink procs and hits hard. So the drink proc is 1.5k right now, and the Vivian only has 11.7. So it's very unlikely that even if he does get the immunity up, even if he managed to get some heals, he's going to rotate and kill fast enough through the shield that the FCC provides, and also the double healing from the DN. He doesn't have enough damage. He can't break through the FCC shield.
So what does he do here? Does he heal the Vivian, or does he heal himself now? Probably heals the Vivian for the...
I don't think it matters. I think at this point it's too far. It's too far gone. The FCC's recovered so much HP and has a Soulburn skill 3 here now that there's no chance for Rapchez to come back. He lost the momentum that he was building. I think he kind of overestimated, or maybe just underestimated, the strength of Platypi's SSB. And what he should have done is he should have actually went after the FCC a little bit earlier Once he had popped that first unit, the next play was to just, if you take down the FCC, there's very little recovery for the 2. There's a lot of potential. It was well played. Well played.
Yo, Platypi actually... Platypi not letting his team down.
In it for the reverse sweep. Doesn't want to back down.
And he won't have enough for a soul burn on this, and DN has heal here, so I don't think he's gonna be Vivian's. I don't think Vivian's gonna be doing this.
Not enough. The provoke will kill her too.
Yeah, she doesn't have immunity anymore. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, that looked really bad for Platypi in the early beginnings. Yo. Rapchez almost took it for his team, but Platypi coming out on top, showing dominance that he is actually secretly legend also.
Secretly legend.
Secretly
That's
legend.
what they call him.
Oh, alright. On to the 4th game. Team Intshui. We're going to see Tasty Wonton coming out from Team Intshui. And from Team Washable, we're going to see Barack Horn, aka Alracia, from Twitch chat. Be a 4th match, and it's still a little bit scary here. Still a little bit scary for Team Washable, because this is still 2-1. Right, Washable took 1 game for his team, but Barack Horn has to win this to get this to a tie, where they can actually win this back. And we're gonna see a bronze versus a bronze versus champion though. We're gonna see here, which is obviously doesn't mean too much here in this situation. But
we saw an unranked versus rank 1 legend.
True. Actually, no, he was silver.
Oh, he's silver.
Yeah, silver scrub versus legend.
Tasty Wonton saw that SSB, wants to ban it out, doesn't want to deal with any SSB shenanigans. Brockhorn takes out the RV. The FCC first pick.
Early Rada pick there. Oh, sorry, Rada. RB pick there for the damage. Barack taking in some damage real quick.
It's interesting to see like people aren't really like picking the heavy damage first, but then a couple games like we see like a really early slammed in RB. It was okay with Minty's team because we knew he was going to like a committed cleave, but I'm interested to see if Barackhorn is going to do something similar since he picked that up. Maybe like a damage focus FCC along with like a bruiser RB maybe.
Goes for the other Soul Weaver sustaining it. It goes into pretty standard draft after this. DN Alencia.
I'm interested to see who's gonna pick some weird stuff. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for someone to pop in like a Gloomy Rain or like an Adlay or something.
Ooh,
just something that's like not super common.
You missed that yesterday. Yeah, Rapchez tried to use the Gloomy Rain yesterday. Almost went pretty well. Almost went well.
LQC into here. Maybe the Fallen Cecilia, the immunity, the fire pickup against the Alencia as well. It'll be interesting to see too because the new E on FCC is pretty or on Fire CC is pretty strong. Charles takes Charles.
We don't see many Charles that often anymore. The only person I know
that's
that really
definitely not a
uses
common one.
Charles a lot would be Derp, I'd say.
Do you think this is speed Charles then, or do you think it's counter? Slow counter?
No, I feel like it's probably counter. I don't think he would pick a speed Charles in this case here. Usually speed Charles are a little bit too squishy, a little too susceptible to dying early.
My only thought for the speed Charles is to have it move before the. Well, I guess it doesn't even make sense if he runs speed Charles to move before the
Holiday You Fiend
Spectre.
Okay. Goes well against Spectre there. We do see the Ruel ban from Barack.
He's got a lot of AoE, so he's not afraid of the Spectre, right? He's got the RB, he's got the FCC, he's got the Alencia, and now the Holiday You Fiend. So what are we looking at? Support Yufine? No, this has to be damage
No,
focused,
it's,
right?
it's
High
gonna be
attack.
damage. Yeah,
High attack or crit damage?
I think it's high attack. I think high attack Junkyard Dog Holiday Yufine actually does a lot of work. But
Do you prefer the Junkyard Dog or do you prefer the Champions Cup build?
sorry, Junkyard Dog by far. I feel like I've been trying it out, seen people try it out. Junkyard Dog does a lot of work once you get those burns with the greater.
Yeah, the greater attack buff with the burns are pretty strong. It is on Champions Cup actually.
This would be interesting. This could be interesting to see in this point then, because Tasty has no cleanse. So if some stuns come through, he's in for a rough moment, and he has no sustain.
Maybe it's possible why he picked it. Actually, he may have very well picked it for that reason, knowing that
we see the stun come through already.
There's the counter for the double miss. Evasion dispelled, by the way. I think he actually might have picked it knowing it was on Champions Cup, saying, hey, he has no cleanse, he has no immunity, might as well just take something that can RNG or control him. It forces him to go towards it or to like really, really have a high level of respect against it. But we'll see. I think that Yufine could die really easily here to the
Spectre.
To the Spec T. But Spec T moves before the Crow.
So Spec T, I didn't see what artifact, but I don't see souls. So that means he's not on book. So kind of interested to see what artifact the Spec T was on there. I didn't notice that in the beginning.
I didn't see what it was, but I'm gonna guess that it's either Crown or oh my god, it's almost dead.
Okay, so it's definitely not Chatty at this point.
It could be Ella's, but I think it's Crown.
Crown would be more like.
I think it's Crown.
The big thing is he can't soul burn here because without the book, so he doesn't get the extra turn to pop the skill nullifier. Oh,
he
that missed. On the holiday.
He missed. I don't know. That the risk on that was hard because he knew that the heal came out, and so it was at 100% again. So he got the evasion. I don't think that was worth it. I think going for the Alencia was more. No,
but I feel like he had to go for that. Otherwise, the holiday Yufine's damage would have been too much for the Spectre Tenebria.
I think we're going to game 5 here.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
This is looking really bad for Tasty because that holiday Yufine has attack buff, and she's gonna consistently just AoE the whole team down there.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I don't even think he needs to cleanse, just skill 1 here. Yeah, takes the skill 1.
If it lands, ooh, that burn on
2 burns.
That might just kill Spectre. I think that might just kill Spectre.
Yeah, I also think she's dead.
Depending on how much attack the holiday Yufine has. And that falls silly with holiday Yufine, like with this the heal and everything there. Like she's constantly up at full HP now.
I think you can just safety kill the Charles here, right? Yeah, you kill the Charles, and then the Crow Horse doesn't really matter. You let the Crow Horse at whatever HP, but even if he kills someone, it's not a big deal. So she goes down.
Yeah,
Spectre's
she
gone.
pops. Without Spectre here, he doesn't have enough damage.
Even after the Crow Horse is here, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have enough damage to kill both the Alencia and the Yufine. Not enough sustain either. Just the Falconer Clary. It's not enough.
Oh, doesn't miss the holiday.
Doesn't actually
miss.
kill the holiday Yufine either.
Doesn't kill, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, once Charles goes down, there's no way he breaks the FCC shield, so it's just 100% over from there.
Yeah, holiday Fiend skill 1 here. And then once Charles goes down, or skill 3, I guess it doesn't matter. Like once Charles dies.
Holiday Yufine is only +5 molas, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. It's +2 on skill 1 and +3 on skill 3.
Oh my.
So it's not even like a heavy investment. It's like this is a counter pick and that's it. It's interesting looking through like how everyone has their units skilled, because I noticed a lot of people like don't actually have that many skill ups in their units. Like the Crow is missing a whole bunch of skill ups as well.
Yo, this is gonna go to game 5.
It's a good show though, because you can see how players like use each unit based on the way they have it skilled as well, right? Like if you don't skill Holiday, you fiend skill 2, that means it's only a skill 1 counter pick.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. maybe Pan Shui expected, he wanted to be safe. He was a little bit worried what was gonna happen, right? So yeah, he saved himself for last. At the same time, though, yeah, he faces Wombo, who old guildmate. Wait, are they guildmates now? I forgot. I don't remember if Wombo was back in.
I forgot. He says toxic.
Well, sorry, Wombo moves from like Naruhodo to life back and forth, like all the time, whatnot. But this is gonna be an interesting match.
All right, guys. Is this the Pan Shui training arc? The Pan Shui redemption arc? Or is it over? What do you guys think? T Surin pre-ban.
Yo, he knows. He's like, I know you love your T-Cern. I also know you have a really well-built T-Cern. Get that out of here. Not even gonna let him have it.
So T-Cern's gone. FCC taken. No Hala W. Unlucky.
No Hala W. It's okay, I don't have Hala W anyways.
What the? No Hala W.
Yeah, I don't want my chat licking too many things here.
You just like chat licking you bending over.
Wait, what? Monka W.
Can we get some gay bend over emotes in chat?
The thing I don't
MLT comes out and the Fire CC. This is a little bit different.
Ooh.
A little bit different. Still a lot of strong meta units, but I do like to see some different picks here. I think the Fire CC is really good into here. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Especially against
I want to say it's Dispel, right?
I'm pretty sure. I feel like Pan Shui, like, most people are using Dispel on Fire Cecilia right now. Most likely, like, a fast Fire Cecilia, so he can, like, get immunity up if he needs to, otherwise, or strip into another combo or something like that. I see all the gate bendovers now in chat. Yeah, thank you for that.
I feel like it's the skill 2 Dispel E just because. Oh, the Cho pick.
You mean chokes?
Whoa. What if she wins though?
Oh, if he wins, yeah, then that means he's not choking. He's not gonna choke. Rat lolly in chat.
I can't believe he actually picked it.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. We don't see many people using this, so.
To me, she feels more like a 5th pick and less so a 3rd or 4th pick because I feel like she's very, very one-dimensional. But maybe the play here is actually this is like a protect the RV comp, and he's just trying to hide it.
The one thing is he has.
I don't think it's good into Valencia though, right?
Yeah, he has no sustain here, which is a little worrying.
Well, neither team has sustain. Neither team has going sustain. In.
But
yeah,
Eresh's team combo has a lot higher damage output with at least like a defense buff. Oh, okay, a lot of damage output now.
Oh my god, this man just picked 4 light and dark nat 5s. And just says, look, I got a Spectre. I don't care. I got a Spectre. Oh, it's Spectre force ban though, right?
Yes, players are allowed to talk with team during draft and play. Sensible. If you didn't see yesterday, I showed it on stream, but everyone is right now in Discord with their teams. And also in the team chats itself, they've also recorded all the other team players' unit stats. A lot of teams are just recording down all the information about player stats. Ooh. Kayron. So both teams, no sustain, full damage is whoever kills whoever first. I feel like he has to ban Spectre here. Or
if he doesn't ban the Spectre, he has to ban the FCC, I think.
It's either he gets rid of like some sort of the mitigation and just goes full damage. Oh, he gets rid of Lencia.
Ban Lencia, so bans a defense buff.
Okay. That's not too bad of a ban actually either, because right now that means there's no elemental disadvantage for chokes. And well, Kayron likewise was fine either way, but no defense buff, yeah.
I honestly don't think the Kayron will be strong enough through 2 nights. Unless this is a full damage ML Tywin on like counter Alvarez.
We'll have to see what this is.
But I think it's speed set. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see an artifact.
Ooh, that's a really fast RB.
This RB outsped his whole 99%. Team and got greater attack buff.
99%. Oh god.
Oh, the soul burn comes out.
That's Kayron a lot of damage.
Actually, I think this is really bad. It is nice that the Chung was before the but I'm not sure if it's enough to pop. That outspeed might be GG. That might have cost him the game. We'll see.
Because the worst part here is that RB still has the revive.
Mm-hmm. I think you go for MLT, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think you want to pop RB.
You have to.
Ooh, that MLT one has a bit of beef on him. He's not killing this, so...
The Aureus as well. 13.6k. He should get it with the Charon. The Charon kill should come through.
Mm-hmm.
His Charon is on skill 3 EE too, so damage focused.
And he can pop the skill nullifier here at least with and get the anti-crit up. Rylot's still dodging, which is good on with that.
This is going to be a really close match. Oh,
Elbrus.
Elbrus, yeah.
Either that or he kills the
shield,
RB here.
though. I think the RB is a better play. Because he needs to pop the revive before he gets blinded.
So the biggest thing here is whether or not RB gets greater.
Oh, I thought RB wasn't going to die there for a second.
Oh, no.
8.8k. Oh, I think it's over.
I think it's over.
If he hits... The RV has a very small chance to win, but it's very unlikely. Moonlight Dreamblade. Even through miss, he managed to kill him.
Even
double
that
greater
miss,
attack
way
buff.
too much
That is
damage.
tragic.
Oh, no.
Intshui got RNG'd. Now, the only thing I want to know now is, like, was that... Okay, well, he hasn't lost yet, but it's very, very unlikely.
I don't see him coming back from this, yeah.
Very unlikely.
There's no way that Kayron does enough damage, unfortunately.
I want to know if he got speed RNG'd.
Yeah, I'm curious.
That slow debuff was pretty good, too. If he didn't land that slow debuff, the fire CC would get 1 turn for skill 3. Just a little bit more damage out there.
Elia's knife, not Dust Devil. If it was Dust Devil, he might have had a chance, you know.
But, also, if he did manage to get his fire CC skill 3 there, it might have done more damage because he didn't get Elia's knife on everybody.
That's true, yeah. The reverse sweep.
Holy lord.
That was actually the reverse sweep.
Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened.
Oh my god.
That, honestly, that was exciting.
Team Washable.
That was exciting.
Oh,
that last match was super exciting. It's always fun to see like crazy like all-in matches against each other.